Hey everyone, welcome back to another video from Intentional Marketer University. My name is Meredith Dale. I'm the co-founder. You can always find this blog post over at goimu.com. So what am I going to be talking about today? Today I'm talking about personal branding for introverts, a three-tool guide to grow your personal brand. Now, while I'm very outgoing and I love being, talking to people and doing videos and interacting with all of our clients and customers, inside I am very much an introvert. Now, being an introvert is much different than being shy. Shy people actually just have an aversion to negative situations, right? They have a fear of negative judgment, I should say. Whereas introverts prefer minimally stimulating environments. That's why when I was in an MLM company, even though I was always on the leaderboards inside of that company, whenever they had the conferences, right, when everyone went to a different city and they had the big events and everyone from the company came together, I never wanted to go because I avoid really overstimulating events and loud crowds. That's just not me. But get me on one-on-one or somewhere where I feel comfortable and you can't shut me up. You might have seen that from my videos where I feel comfortable, right? So there's a misconception that introverts are shy. Now, also, 1/3 to 1/2 of the human population would identify themselves as being an introvert. But here's the neat thing about it. When I talk to clients and customers, they'll tell me, you know what, Meredith, I think that my introverted personality is actually going to hurt my business. It's going to hurt me making contacts and talking to people, and that's simply not true. That's why we wrote this guide over at Intentional Marketer University, and you can check out the full blog post there as well. So in 2015, Forbes magazine released an article detailing how introverts are actually better at personal branding than extroverts. Welcome news, right? The key to introverts' success at personal branding is simply that we are more introspective. We look at ourselves carefully and then succinctly define our strong points. So I'm going to dive into this personal branding guide, this personal branding for introverts guide, where I'm going to cover 3 tools to help you, or maybe you know someone that would benefit from this video or the blog post, if you are an introvert or you know someone who is. So there's no reason why you cannot be more successful than your extroverted counterparts just because we're more internally reflective. So as we see in the Forbes article, introverts have an ability to make more money and get more business with some simple, small adjustments that will satisfy our personality. We know that we can create a serious brand for ourselves by using these 3 simple tools. It's how I have founded 3 different businesses, and I would consider myself an introvert, yet all 3 of these businesses have been highly successful. And I just use these tools, and I would think that Anne would consider herself more of an introvert as well. Anne is the co-founder of IMU. So we wrote these up based on our first-hand use and knowledge. Let me talk first about the importance of a personal brand. And you might not know what a personal brand is, although it's pretty popular these days. So I want you to start just real quick while you're listening to me. Think about who you follow online. Think about them. Picture them in your mind's eye. Think about your email inbox. Whose emails are filtering through and whose emails are actually getting opened by you? Better yet, is there a person in your industry that you really look forward to seeing new content from? New blog posts, new videos, new social media posts. Picture all of these people in your mind. Now think about your hobbies, the passions of your life. When you have downtime and you grab your phone or your tablet and you're looking on Facebook or for a video on YouTube, who are you looking for? Okay, now here's the question I want to ask you. Why are you so excited to see them? Chances are good when you answer this, and I would encourage you to get out your notebook, your business notebook, and write down your answer to that. When you do, the chances are good that your answer resonates with your target audience. Whoever you are watching, whoever you like, is who your target audience most likely likes as well. It's the same reason, so whatever your answer is in line with the same reason why Oprah became so massively successful. And it's the same reason why we love to eavesdrop on the lives of celebrities. The answer is very simple. We like the personal brand that these celebrities have made themselves. They are selling us a product, which is themselves. They're selling us an idealistic dream. And we enjoy the feelings we get from watching them. You don't have to be an extrovert to create your own personal brand. In fact, because introverts take that time to reflect on our strong points and then succinctly define them and tell them to the world, we're better at doing this. We're better at creating our own personal brand because we don't have the noise of everything else going on. Whereas an extrovert might like to be at a cocktail party talking to everyone, introverts instead like to be at home reading industry articles, figuring out what makes us strong, and then putting that personal brand out to the world. Successful people take their personal branding strategies very seriously. They realized that people will trust them as the brand and will want to hear from them, buy their recommendations, and join their causes. We associate feeling good and getting problems solved by the people we identified we like on social media, whose emails we're opening. We trust them. We trust their personal brand. Okay, so now think about your current business and your current industry. It's imperative that you stand out as the brand to follow. Above all other competition, no matter how exciting your competition is in real life or how introverted they are, on social media, on the internet, you can be anything that you want your personal brand to be. You may never change industries, or you may change course a million times. What's so neat about introverts distinguishing their solid personal branding strategy is that you take it with you wherever you want to go. Head over to GoIMU. I'm scrolling past a graphic that I did here that you can actually print out and put next to your computer or wherever you work. I think it might really help you if you're an introvert to have these tips. They're the 3 personal branding tips that are inside of this blog post, to have them where you can see them so when you sit down to work, you're not intimidated by anything else you see on social media. You just use these tips to define yourself so that people want to follow your personal brand. And these are the tips. Be highly aware of the image that you're portraying on social media accounts, on your blog, in your emails, and in your videos. You do not have to be something that you are not. You don't have to be an extrovert. You don't have to be over the moon, giddy, happy, so excited about everything 24/7 like some extroverts. But you have to be aware of actions that might potentially turn off customers. Having personal opinions is great, but sharing that, you don't feel like working or anything like that is not. Always be considering who your ideal customer is. When you become, I have right here, when you become an Intentional Marketer University member, and I've got the link for that in the description of this video, we work extensively with you on teaching you how to avoid focusing on the wrong things that never yield true business growth. So introverts are really good at building business growth because like we said, they'll spend the night at home reading and going through industry reports. So we teach them how to use those to their advantage, how to create a capture page to target pre-qualified customers, how to avoid making one-time sales randomly and then you never see the customer again. When you understand who you are targeting, then you will understand how your personal brand should come across. So do you want to work with people who are positive and upbeat? Do you want customers that love you and your products? Read repeat business? Then your personal brand will have to reflect this attitude 100% of the time. And here's our big secret, and it might seem incredibly plain. Never slow down. We might, as introverts, like quiet and less stimulating environments. So let's use that energy that we save by not going out to those highly stimulating environments to constantly be working and never slowing down. Tip number 2, engage and interact with those people that follow and engage with you. Perhaps most often overlooked when you're building your brand is to interact with the people who leave you comments. We get so focused on reaching our brand to millions and millions of people that we fail to interact with the 5 people who actually are leaving us comments. When you start interacting with people who leave comments, take the time to follow them back, like their images, repost, do all of the great stuff that social media and your business was founded on. When you do this, it's guaranteed that you will explode your business sooner than later. So make sure you're constantly nurturing a relationship with followers and fans. It's in your best interest. You don't have to be the most exciting, posting all the time person on social media, but when you make it a goal to always interact with your social media followers, your business will explode. And tip number 3, invest in yourself. Now, this is really self-explanatory, but we are still amazed at how many small business owners will refuse to invest any time in their education. So here's the bottom line. When you increase the knowledge for yourself, you are increasing the overall worth of your personal brand. If you don't like going out to big events, then invest in your personal brand with some education to use when you're staying at home instead. I have an analogy of diamonds and, do we allow anyone to perform surgery on us, or do we demand a highly educated and well-skilled surgeon? It's the same with diamonds. Do we value them when there's still chunks of coal inside of rock? No. We like things that have been refined. We allow surgeons to operate on us when we know that they have extensive education behind them, right? Those 2 analogies are meant to show you that the more you invest in yourself, the more you go through the pressure, right, the refinement of learning what you do not yet know, the more your personal brand is going to stand out to your customers. There is no way I could get on these videos, do the podcast, write the blog posts, do the graphics, if I had not invested some serious time and money into my education. And the same with Ann DeVito, the other founder of Intentional Marketer University. She is a knowledge, she just gobbles it up. I don't know what a good example is, but she loves knowledge. She's always reinvesting profit back into education so that we can continue to learn and grow. If you're not using anything right now, click on the link below in the description to check out Intentional Marketer University. Check out what we're about. All of these strategies that we teach you guys were all based on what we learned from the industry, and we're still learning constantly. And what's neat about this is that because we're constantly learning from the industry, we now forecast, right? We're doing things that are in front of the pack. Like the blog post that I was just talking about in my earlier podcast and my earlier video was all about interactive graphics and interactive media. We're forecasting that into the future when I'm not seeing that being done anywhere on social media. The Intentional Marketer University format is a class, a course format where you can work on them at your own pace, right? Hardly anyone is doing this right now. So that's what's neat about investing in yourself, investing in your education. Because you become a student, you're able to then become the teacher and the leader and the professor further on that is teaching other people. And that's when your business starts to see incredible growth. Thanks for sticking around for this video. Head over to goimu.com. We look forward to seeing you there, and come and join our Facebook group as well. That's where you can get access to our daily office hours. It's search inside of Facebook. It's IMUBiz with a Z nation.com, or not .com. Yeah. Time to shut off the video, Meredith. It's just search inside of Facebook. It is IMU Biz Nation. All right. I will see you guys on the next video, on the next podcast. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.